Patients and their relatives in Jos, the Plateau state capital, have been reacting to the surge in the prices of medications, especially prescription drugs in the area. They said the situation is gradually driving basic healthcare beyond the reach of ordinary Nigerians, whose earnings are no longer enough to pay for medical services and supplies. Trust TV's Musa completes the report.
The removal of fuel subsidy came a surge in prices of goods and services across the country. This development has sparked widespread protests by millions of Nigerians who are decrying the resultant economic hardship. Patients and their relatives in Jos, the Plateau state capital, are lamenting that the situation is severely impacting their expenses, including their ability to purchase essential medications.
Magunguna kuma ba yadda ka iya siya. I
am a patient. We cannot buy drugs at the moment. This means that if you don't have money, you simply have to suffer or even die. I remember that in the 90s, drugs were given for free, but today, that is not the case. If you don't have money, you can't treat any disease. We have left everything in God's hands.
Well, this cost of drugs is almost everywhere in just not, because if a doctor prescribe the drug to the patient, if most of them they cannot afford to buy the drugs because the drugs is very cost now.
We are really finding it very difficult to purchase drugs these days because they are very expensive. I have been managing hypertension for 3 years now, so I know what I am going through. I cannot afford my drugs anymore because they have become too expensive. I have stopped taking them because I don't have money to buy them. What impact is the current situation having on pharmacies in Jos? A pharmacist has this to say.
If you look at it from the patronage aspect, it's getting down almost every single day. People come, like on a normal day, they do come with their prescriptions. Maybe even if they can't buy all, they buy some. But now, in some essence, they just go back home with their prescriptions. They don't have money to buy.
He also spoke of the impact of expensive drugs on access to medication.
Actually, it is completely challenging the essence of the healthcare entirely, because there are some certain medications that are specific to be taken for some specific period of time. And if a customer can afford to buy for that specific period, there is no point of buying them at all.
The federal government ordered a reduction in the prices of medicine, but the directive has yet to take effect, making many wonder what the likelihood of implementing this order will be.
For the government to say that the private sector involved in production of pharmaceutical companies should bring down the price is actually not in line with the idea of a capitalist economy like our own. The only thing the government can do, since most of the generic drugs that we import are from Asia, especially India and China, all that government could do to really bring down the prices of those drugs is to reduce the import duty.
The federal government says it remains optimistic that Nigerians' future in the health sector will be one to reckon with. Musa, Trust TV News, Jos.